As a nation and as a community, we face incredibly overwhelming challenges. On the right are people like myself who believe the government has no business meddling in affairs beyond those defined by the Constitution. On the far left are those who believe and support the idea of big government, including those who have compared President Obama to the Messiah. There seems to be this immense, impenetrable gulf between us. The distance seems so vast that courteous and well-reasoned discussion is difficult and sometimes seemingly impossible. So instead, we throw rocks. For example, one man responded to a column. He said that I have no integrity because I once shot a coyote that literally came into my yard in search of our domestic animals. Then there was the reader who responded to another column indicating that it was filled with secret code words that only those on the right understood, and that these code words called for the killing of American citizens. Where does that come from? That makes as much sense as me stating that the IRS should target the Tea Party because apples can't sing. It makes as much sense as one writer who simply dismissed all conservatives by telling them to go fondle ammunition. It is nonsensical and irrational, but in an emergency, I suppose, any rock will do. The saddest thing is that this is absolutely unproductive. Instead of bringing people together, it drives us apart. It drives a wedge deeper and deeper between us until we hate each other. My purpose here is not to point or blame or belittle anyone else. But I have this question, and the question is simply this: why so much hate? My wife and I traveled to Ogden to spend the Memorial Day weekend with my mother. It was a wonderful and much-needed rest for me. On Memorial Day, we made some pretty bouquets out of Mom's garden and headed for the cemetery. We visited the graves of my grandparents. We sat in the warm afternoon sun and shared tender memories of love and sacrifice and joy. And we laughed at hilarious memories that are precious gifts from these heroes in our lives, who we now miss so deeply. Then we set out across the cemetery, just to see what we might see. Come, walk with me. We paused at 3 small markers. These told the tragic story of one family's grief and pain and struggle, and it spoke of their courage. The first was for a precious baby who was born and died on the same day. The second was for a child that lasted only 2 days. And the third marker told the story of a beautiful baby who blessed the lives of a mother and father, only to slip away after 3 days. Quietly, we tried to comprehend the depths of pain that must have shaken this family to the core and tested their faith in ways we cannot comprehend. The truth is, we tried to comprehend, and we spoke of it, but comprehension was beyond our grasp. We came across a circular stone that marked the resting place of one who lost his life for his country in the year 1919. I wondered if he lost his life in the First World War or in the border war against the infamous Pancho Villa. A little research provided the clue. This American hero laid his life down for you and for me while protecting our own southern border. We stopped and looked down at a set of matching headstones. The markings indicated that this family had lost 2 sons in the European battlefields of the Second World War. One of these sons never made it home and rests today somewhere in France. With the greatest of respect and gratitude, we quietly whispered and wondered at the pain and the sacrifice this good family endured for us. They gave all. We honor them. We reverence them. I think that maybe each one of us should spend an hour every day walking among those who came before. As we gaze down at the hints of who they were and what they had been, perhaps we might lay down our stones and rejoin the human family. Maybe we will see that we are all in this together, Every member of the human family endures pain and loss and tragedy and fear. And they also experience love and incredible, indescribable joy. And we all die. We all die. There are still issues that affect our lives and divide us. This is acceptable, provided that we don't lose our humanity along the way. I think that maybe we can narrow the gulf a bit if we empty our hands of stones and extend those hands in respect and sincerity. Regardless of your personal views, I invite you, walk with me.